Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. We're talking real estate again and mortgages especially as well. And we have with us Cory Lewis from Mortgage Connection. Cory, how are you today? Good?
Doing well, Stu. How are you?
Yeah, keeping busy. I suppose with the bank rate staying as it was, eh? But they're talking about maybe it will go down the next time. What do you think?
Yeah, either the next announcement, which I think is in March, or the one after that, which I think is probably more likely. I wouldn't be surprised if they stay stable come March, but we might see a 0.25% dip at the third.
Because it'd be nice in March, I suppose, won't it? Because although we'll be slightly into it then, but I'm just thinking the spring market.
For sure, absolutely.
So we need something, don't we, just to sort of give people instead of sitting on the fence, to get into it,
Yeah, absolutely. It would be a bit of an incentive for sure to get those people that are kind of waiting to see some movement in interest rates.
So we could talk about lots of things, but we're going to talk about porting your mortgage. Okay,
Absolutely.
So you're going to tell us what you can do to port your mortgage over, which is great for some people, eh?
Absolutely. So we're seeing a lot more porting of mortgages in the last year or so since the big jump in interest rates. So what porting is you're basically taking your existing mortgage or transferring your existing mortgage from your current property to a new property that you end up purchasing. There's a few benefits to porting their mortgage. The main benefits are going to be currently that you get to keep your existing interest rate on the current balance of that loan. So a lot of people who secured their mortgages 2 or 3 years ago, still have 2 or 3 years left at a rate that might be in the 2% range, which we just don't see today. Rates have more than doubled. So the benefit for those clients is they get to keep that 2% rate on their current balance and bring it with them to their next property. So that's the main benefit. The second benefit is you avoid a penalty. You're not breaking your mortgage early. So if you have a 5-year term and it's not up until February 2026, if you port that mortgage, you're not breaking that 5-year term. You're staying with your existing lender and there is no prepayment penalty.
Very good. Again. So if somebody's got one with another mortgage company, they can come to Mortgage Connection and they can still do the same thing and you can put them in the right direction, yeah?
Absolutely. So we do a lot of helping facilitate mortgage ports. In most cases, when clients are porting, they're typically porting and increasing their mortgage. So potentially moving up, maybe they bought their first home and they're moving up to their forever home. Again, you get to keep your existing rate on the current balance. And then any new money that you borrow when you port, if you need to borrow an additional $100,000, that would be at the rate of the day. And then lender can structure it differently. Some will blend the two rates together. Some might structure it as like a first and a second mortgage on title. There's different ways. And again, every lender is slightly different.
Okay, because I always think you're more of an independent mortgage broker, aren't you, at Mortgage Connection? Because I always think with banks, if you go to TD, for instance, I'm just saying that they can only give you what the TD offer.
Absolutely. So, with porting, obviously I'm limited, but we run those numbers. So if you call me and you've got a TD mortgage and your rate is really low, I will always explore porting that mortgage with TD before we look at, taking any new mortgage at current rates. We can port mortgages with any lenders that are broker friendly that we work with. So again, there are a few limitations there, a few lenders that don't work with us brokers, but for the most part, we can help facilitate that transaction. A couple other things that are worth considering, Stu, when it comes to porting your mortgage. Again, because every lender has different rules, you should confirm with your lender first that your mortgage is portable. And a common misconception is people often think that they don't have to requalify if they're porting their existing mortgage. It's already in place, and that's just not the case. When you buy a new property and you apply to port that mortgage, you go through the same approval process as getting a brand new mortgage. The only difference would be you're having to qualify at a lower rate, which does help in terms of, qualifying for that payment. But the bank does have to reapprove you. Credit checks, income confirmation, and of course they have to approve the subject property, so the new home that you're buying. And lastly, time frame. Every lender differs slightly in the time frame they allow for porting a mortgage. Most banks, it's somewhere between 0 and 120 days. I would say the majority are between 30 and 90 days. Basically, the sale of your home and the purchase of the new home have to be within that certain time period.
Okay, well that's great. You've explained that then, and that'll be our new video, and we'll pick another subject, and Cory will talk to you hopefully this time next week.
Sounds perfect, Stu. Yeah.
Have a good week.
You as well. Take care.
Bye bye. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to be notified of new ones.